In this video, we will factor this polynomial. Now, I notice there are 4 terms, so I can't just start doing inner plus outer equals middle, product sum or whatever, or star method, whatever you want to call it. Can't do that. Normally, when I see 4 terms, I would think about grouping, where I put these two together and I put these two together. But I can tell quickly that this will not work for grouping. By looking at the 11 and the 5. If I do 11 divided by 5, that's 11/5. And then now look at the 1 and the 7. That's 1/7. If grouping were to work, these two numbers would be the same, once you reduce them. So grouping is a no-go. So what do you do when you can't just factor it? Well, you're going to have to use synthetic division, and you're going to have to find a 0 and factor from that. Now, I can use my calculator to find a 0. I could use the rational root theorem pretty easily. If I didn't have a calculator, then I would be looking at this and going, okay, my only possible numerators are 1. So there's a good chance that it's my 0. If there is 1, it'll either be +1 or -1. But I'm not going to guess. I'm going to go ahead and use my TI-30 XS multi-view. So I'm going to hit my table feature, and I'm going to type in 5x to the 3rd power plus 11x squared plus 7x plus 1. Okay, I like to start from -10 because it rarely goes past that. And I need the calculator to be in auto mode for this type of problem. So I'm going to scroll down looking for 0 on the y side. It's probably going to be near, it will probably be either -1 or +1. Okay, so there it is at -1. -1 is a 0. So I will take that fact and I will use it in synthetic division. So I take that -1 right off the calculator, and here I have my coefficients are 5, 11, 7, and 1. Okay, so if I bring this down, I've got -5, and that's 6, that's -6, and that's 1, and that's -1, and that's 0. So here's what I have so far. From the -1, I have a factor of x plus 1. And if putting the variables back in here, this would be the constant, this would be the x term, and so this would be the x squared term. So I've got 5x squared plus 6x plus 1. So I have factored it down this far so far. I'm betting that this trinomial will factor further, so I'm going to use my inner plus outer equals middle philosophy. So 5x squared can only factor as 5x times x. 1 can only factor as 1 times 1. But I know that inner plus outer equals middle. So inner, I have 1x, and outer, I have 5x. I'm multiplying, not adding. Okay, I'm trying to get to a middle of +6x. So if I just leave these both positive, that will make +6x. So positive and positive. So that's it. I have now factored completely. Notice that x plus 1 appears twice. So if I wanted to write this more compactly, I could write f of x equals 5x plus 1. But because I have x plus 1 twice, I could write x plus 1 squared. So now let's look for it. I see x plus 1 squared, but that's 4x plus 1. Here we go, 5x plus 1, and then x plus 1 squared. The answer is A.